Hey, welcome everybody to the live stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. I really, really appreciate it. We got a special guest today, Mr. Darren Cooper. He made the switch from Thailand to the Philippines. And we're going to talk to him and ask him some questions because I want to get it straight from the horse's mouth. He's an expert on Thailand. He's married to a Thai woman, lived in Thailand for several years, actually has a retirement visa in Thailand. So if y'all want to compare, then okay, that's what I'm going to do then. And I got an expert to do it. Did you ever get your audio fixed, Darren? I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on. Try to get that done. You might have, you might have to get on that. Go ahead and leave and come back. I want to give a shout out to the NTZ crew. I know y'all going to be on here. Michael Beach Alive. What's up, Louise? What's up, Yusuf? I know y'all be on here. Thank y'all really for keeping the peace on my channel. Is really what y'all doing. The exchange rate today is 54.99. You might as well say 55. It's went over 55 this week, and it's projected to reach 57 by the end of the month. Imagine that. I sent myself a few dollars. I sent it to Maryland today just to see what type of exchange I was going to receive. And believe it or not, see, when I send myself money, I have to send it through Zoom. Hell, Zoom is giving 53 something. That's unbelievable. What's up, Jeffrey Tatter? OG Fred in the house. Fred, I'm going to have you on. I'm going to have my panel on. Can you hear me now? Say something, Darren.
I can't hear it.
Oh, there you go. We can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, you're good now.
But I got no sound coming through this, honey.
Which what? I can hear you. There's OG Fred in the house. Yeah, hit the like button, guys, on your way in. It's free.
So full, but it's coming through on phone.
Yeah, that's okay.
Instead of loudspeaker.
Yeah, just you're fine with that, with the phone, Darren. We got an expert on Thailand here and the Philippines. So I'm doing this special edition for all the people who want to compare. You can live in both places. You can enjoy both places. I mean, if it, wets your whistle to compare the two, go ahead. They're two totally different places. If infrastructure is something that's important to you, then of course you're going to like Thailand. The infrastructure is on the level of anything going on in the West. You want peace and quiet, man, and to be treated like a celebrity every day and be able to put some roots down, then you want the Philippines. What's up, Darren? What's up, Darren?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
All good, Calvin. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Yeah, you straight now. Go ahead and introduce.
All good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Give a little background, who you are, how long you lived in Thailand, how long you been in the Philippines, and then I'll start asking you some general questions. Go ahead, Darren.
Okay, Darren? My name's Darren Cooper. I used to live in Thailand. I was married to a Thai woman, and I lived in Thailand for 6 years. And I lived in a place called Udon Thani.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then I got divorced, and then I moved, met a good woman, Filipina, in Kuwait, and then we we went to Thailand on vacation, and then she loved it there. She said it was the best thing in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't want to come to the Philippines. She wanted me to retire in Thailand. We went to Phuket, and it was beautiful.
Yeah. Now, before I get to Thailand, tell me what you like about the Philippines. Tell me what you like about the Philippines, Darren.
What do I like about the Philippines? Let's see. I like that it's so laid back. It's not so fast paced as Thailand. It's like the retirement dream. You just chill out, do your thing. There's no rush to do everything.
Yeah.
Where Thailand, it's rush, 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 rush to do everything. It's like you're on death's door and you got to get everything done in 5 minutes in Thailand.
What type of visa do you have? Because you still got it. What type of visa you have, Darren, over there?
Right. And I've got 2 retirement visas, one in Thailand, which is called an O visa. And then in the Philippines, I got the SRV retirement visa.
Yeah. Now, what's that O visa? What kind of? How long does that last over there? The O visa. How long does that last?
For life. For life. There's 2 criteria for it. You either put 800,000 baht in Thailand, or you have to have a certain income every month. I'm not sure what the income is.
I think Chocolate Man said 2,200, something like that. Is that about right? Does that sound about right? Does that sound right?
It may be. I don't know. I didn't go that route. I just did the 800,000.
Yeah. Do you have to renew that every year? Or how often you have to renew that? How often do you renew that, Darren?
You go every year and you just give a bank statement, and you have to show that you have the minimum 800,000 baht in the bank.
Also, that's all you got to do is show them. You don't have to put it up like a deposit. Do you have to leave that money in the bank over there?
No,
Darren?
you just keep it in the bank and you keep hold of it yourself.
But you have to make sure it's 800,000 when it's time to renew. Can you spend it in any of it?
Yes.
You can. So it's different than the Philippines.
You can spend it, but when it comes time to renew, you just got to make sure there's 800,000 in there.
Oh, okay. Wow. So
it is different. It is different.
How old you got to be?
Or you got to meet the minimum income.
Yeah, right. But I'm saying
50 and above.
Oh, wow. See, now that's great information for me. I'm gonna write that down. The O visa, guys, because 800,000 baht. What is that about? $25,000 or something? We're getting some kind of delay. What is that about? 25,000?
It's roughly 20,000. The baht is tied to the U.S. dollar, so they try and keep the baht 20,000.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's like a 10-second delay, he said. Okay. Yeah, he just answered that, D. He says about 20,000, which it's the same here, but here you can't touch the 20,000. See, that would be the problem. with a lot of people over in the Philippines, because that would be the visa that I could qualify for over here. Although I was in the military and everything, I don't have a pension. And over here in the Philippines, you have to have a pension. You can't have passive income. It has to be a government pension. They're strict about that. So I only qualify for the 20,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're half right, Calvin. You're half right. Now, because you and I were were in the military, we only have to give 10,000, not 20.
Oh, so I only have to give 10,000 over here. But I don't have a pension. I don't have a pension, Darren.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, that's without pension. If you have a pension, you only have to give 1,700.
Right, as a military. Oh, okay, yeah, well, good. See, that's better news. See, I learn something every day. Marquez J says,
yes.
Calvin, what's the closest airport to San Carlos City? That would be Bacolod City, Marquez. You would fly from Manila to Bacolod City. It was about 45 minutes. That's what Maryland told me. It's less than an hour. And then you'll be here. Then you catch a bus, a van, a taxi. Usually a taxi is going to run you about 1,500 pesos. And you'll be here in an hour, about an hour and a half. One more thing before we keep going is the Charter Day Fiesta. It starts on Friday here in San Carlos City. And I'm going to do several videos. I want to show y'all what goes on over here. Because I did a video last year. It was called The Filipinos Love to Party. I'm going to answer that question for you. I'm going to interview some people. I'm going to introduce you to the people of San Carlos City. It's unbelievable festivities, guys. You're going to really like it. Okay, Darren. Okay, give us the 411 on the difference between Thai women and Filipinas.
Oh, man. You want me to keep this PG-13 or R-rated?
No, you'll go all the way, man. You know, we've got a adult channel. You know, don't get too explicit, but give us the nitty gritty.
Okay. Okay. First off, Filipinos are a heck of a lot more liberated than Thai women. Thai women, being Buddhist, are more reserved and more shy.
Wow. They're shyer than Filipinas? Well, you know, Filipinas they're shy in person, but once you close that door, they're not shy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so keep going.
Yeah, but when you close the door in Thailand, they're still shy.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're going with a bar girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a completely what I call a different kettle of fish. I love both countries, but
Yeah.
I choose the Philippines and the Philippine women. The Filipino women are open to trying new things. Thai women tend to be a bit more reserved. Being Buddhist, they don't kiss in public. Filipino women don't got a problem with that.
Yeah, a lot of other things. But I want to thank you, Darren, for coming on, man, because I just want to clear up some stuff because guys always want to compare the two. And I'm like, I mean, if you want to, I mean, what good does it do? Okay, Thailand has a better infrastructure. Okay, Thailand has Phuket. And Thailand has the nightlife. Well, that's what you want. But if you're an older guy like me and you, Darren, and you want to be settled down, see, the Philippines has the tune-up. They got beautiful women over here, man. I don't care what you say. You're looking for that. If you on my channel, that just makes everything so much better. I mean, they got
and they always ready to go too, Calvin.
That's right.
They always ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And there's beaches here on the level of any beaches in the world, man. And you're welcome here. But when you compare, you're going to start putting one place down to raise the other place up. I don't want to do that. I'm going to go back and forth because I'm going to tell you, even though I was there 4 days, man, my antennas went up over that, Darren. You know that Bangkok.
No.
It's something else.
Yeah, but the best way to describe the differences between Philippines and Thailand is about 20 years in front of Philippines. Philippines is getting there. They will get there.
I believe you. And you're exactly right. You know, at one time, believe it or not, and go back if you don't believe me, anybody that's watching this, in the 70s, the Philippines was at the forefront of Asia, certainly Southeast Asia. All these places, Thailand, Singapore, they were behind the Philippines. Now, what happened, I don't know. But they've flown past the Philippines and left the Philippines standing. Somebody's going to get this place started again. And I think the Philippines are going to catch up because everything is here for them to catch up. When you got the loyal workforce that they've got here, it can lift this country out of the problems that it's facing, man. I guarantee you, and they've got a hell of a workforce here. But yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you, Darren. Thailand is just 20 years ahead. And a lot of the younger guys, you know, Chocolate Man in Thailand, hell, he's 10 years younger than me. And he left when he was like 40. He left the Philippines when he's like 40 something. They tend to like the Thailand because they still sowing their oats. I've been through all of that. So what about, okay, now, we're not even going to compare the food, but I'm going to tell you, what was some of the best food you had over there?
Me too.
What was some of the best food over there that you like?
The Thai food is second to none, man. It's just fresh. If you into seafood, it's caught that day. It's caught that day and served on your plate. A lot of places you go to, they'll have lobsters and crabs right in the tank. You choose which one you want.
Yeah, I noticed that. But I did notice that a lot of the seafood is more expensive there than it is here. I know in Bangkok it was, because I noticed that the prices, even between Bangkok and Pattaya, which is about an hour and a half, maybe a little bit less than that ride, they're different. It's cheaper in Pattaya than it is in Bangkok. Because I haven't eaten as well as I did in those 4 days, probably in a decade.
Yes.
I can't remember. The food over there is it's next level. It doesn't matter what you want, but I could do a video on the bad food that I had over there, and then people would get on my case.
Yeah, and it's cheaper in Udon Thani than it is in Pattaya.
Yeah. See, I'm glad you said that because they had that discussion. They said, well, how do you pronounce Pattaya? I say Pattaya, you say Pattaya. I forgot what Mr. Lee called it. And it's a big argument about the pronunciation of Pattaya. But I tell you what, tell them about that beach atmosphere in Pattaya, Darren.
I pronounce it how the Thais do.
Yeah. Red Hot Mike says, "Can I get a Philippine
Oh
accent?"
man, the beach is just gorgeous. I mean, the water, you wouldn't want to swim in it. It gets a lot of ships there, so it's got oil and
Yeah,
stuff in the water. But you could go further south towards Hua Hin. That water's crystal clear. Or you can go out and do a boat trip and go on the islands, and you get crystal clear water there too.
yeah. I saw several islands close to Pattaya Beach where you can go out and eat dinner or they go island hopping over there, right? Yes or no?
Oh, heck yeah. I go all island hopping. I mean, when me and my wife were there in October, we jumped on a jet ski for 5 hours and just went around a bunch of different islands.
Yeah, I know Eric Terry, he took a trip to Phuket. Phuket, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And he was on a jet ski for 7 hours going island hopping down in Phuket. And he said he loved it. And I told him, I said, well, if you love it, you may want to go to, have you been to El Nido? Have you been to Palawan since you've been here, Darren? Have you been to Palawan?
No, that's on my bucket list.
Yeah, because from the pictures Eric sent me, it looks like Palawan to me. So I suggested to him that he go there. I think he's on his way to Boracay right now. But yeah, this guy brings up a great point. He says the big advantage is the Philippines most speak English, not in Thailand. Did you run into a problem with the language, Darren? Did you run into a problem with
Oh,
the
heck
language?
yeah.
You did?
In Udon Thani, where I lived, it's the third largest city in Thailand. And virtually nobody speaks English. Virtually nobody. So I just had all my friends I had to make it was expats.
Yeah. Is there a lot of expats there? A lot of expats?
Oh yeah, it's the third largest city. It's got a lot of expats there.
Now,
It's
does
up
that
by
have
the Laos border. Yeah, near the Mekong River. Have you ever watched any of the old Chuck Norris movies where he's going up and down the river in the machine gun boat? That's where they filmed it.
so do they have beaches up there or not just that river? Do they have beaches up there, Darren?
It's just the river. There ain't no beaches up there.
Okay. So is that the reason you moved there because it's closer to the border?
It made it easier when I was younger because I was 40 when I was there. I'm 52 now.
Yeah.
But when I was there, um, I, I had a marriage visa. But what I had to do was I had to every 2 months I had to go do a visa run, so I go across the border and back again.
Yeah. So how far away is that? Was the border?
About 30 minutes, not far.
So how long do you have to be gone for one day and come back?
Nope, just 2 hours.
Wow. Just 2 hours? I think, but know. I think Mr. Lee told me that. I forgot, but yeah, he told me. He said, because I thought he had to be one day. What about the safety? Were you safe over there?
Now, just 2 hours. And what I do is I just go stock up on my duty free.
Oh, okay, yeah. What, alcohol and everything?
Oh yeah, I never felt threatened. People were pretty nice, you know. Yeah, alcohol, cigarettes.
Yeah. And she said you look bad, but she said she was just kidding. Hey, Eric Terry, what's going on? That's my buddy right there. Are you in Boracay now, Eric? Let me read this. What? Yeah, she said that about you, Darren. But that's okay. Moochie T said, Calvin, you said you saw some not so attractive bar girls in Thailand. Does that mean you cannot see the same in Philippines? I did not engage with
Thank you.
No, it's going to be the same here. It's just that, Moochie T, that was a story that had to be told. I couldn't be around that and just give you one side, which there's a Beyonce in every club, but for every Beyonce, there's 50 Broomhildas over there. They look like somebody hit them with an ugly stick. They've been in the game too long. They're worn out. Like I told you, they beat up from the feet up, tore up from the floor up, and I'm just giving you the nitty gritty. I didn't go to the right places though, Darren, because there's a lot of beautiful women in Thailand, but they don't work in the bars. I was talking about the bars. Some of you guys took it personal. I'm like, it's not an assault on you. It's just a few places that I went to. I only went to a few. Nana Plaza. We saw the street walkers in Bangkok. And then I went to Soy Sick and Walking Street. Man, that's it. I wasn't there long enough. But I mean, these guys got mad at me, Darren, for giving them the nitty gritty about that. I don't deal with the bar scene really. But I wanted to experience it. I wanted to see it.
Let me ask you this, Calvin. When you were in Nana Plaza, did you go to eat at Hooters and have a good steak and ribs?
No, I didn't. I didn't follow that suggestion because I'm going to tell you something, Darren. That Hooters was packed. We couldn't have got in there if we wanted to. That place was packed. That Hooters, right on the corner there, it was packed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't get in there. And the minute somebody left, somebody was taking their place.
Right next to Nana Hotel.
Yeah, it's just too popular. But Callie Lynn 102 said Calvin's too funny with his bar girl descriptions. I can't just give everybody the good all the time because no place is 100% good. I just thought that story had to be put out there. I love Thailand. It grabbed a hold of me for 4 days. It gave me a minute. Like, man, why ain't I been coming over here all along? And trust me, that place is in my future. It's in my future. It's too nice and it's too close. I have to take advantage of that. I fell in love with Pattaya, believe it or not. Let me ask you something. So how long were you married to your Thai wife?
Wait till you go to Phuket. It's even better than Pattaya.
Yeah, how long were you married?
I was married to her for 10 years.
Did y'all have any children? Did you have any children with her, Darren?
Yeah, one daughter. She's going to be 16 on the 1st of August.
So she got her U.S. citizenship? Does your daughter?
Yeah, she's good to go in that department, and she's getting ready to graduate high school. They graduate at 16, and
Yeah.
she's gonna be going to college in Bangkok.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because they used to graduate high school at 16 here. Then they changed it. We were on the bus yesterday coming back from Dumaguete. They said they're talking about changing it back because that 2 extra years of schooling here, it's a real big financial burden on the people here. Those extra 2 years of fare, lunch, uniforms, and everything. So they're thinking about bringing it back. I don't understand why we got a delay, man, because normally when I talk to guys in
Now,
community,
you asked me to compare the two places.
yeah.
The reason we got the delay is the sound's not coming through my phone, so I got to connect to YouTube on my other phone and listen to you there.
No. What you need to do, Darren, let me show you, because you had the same problem. I had the same problem with James. I'm gonna show you what you need to do. See, what you got to do, you got to put your information, you got to allow them access to your audio and to your microphone and your camera. Let me show you something. I'll show you how to do that, because this delay is killing me, because you got a good, okay, I'm going to show you
it's
something.
got access to both.
Yeah, but I'm going to show you. Okay. I'm going to show you what to do. It's going to say, okay, it's going to say enter studio. It's going to say enter studio. Okay. You're going to see this.
Yeah.
Then what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to hit settings, Darren. Hit settings.
Uh-huh.
And then you're going to hit camera. You're going to use your camera, whatever camera you got.
Okay.
And then you go back. You're going to hit audio and just hit default audio.
Uh-huh.
And you'll be able to get in there. Because by you being on YouTube,
yeah, it's on default.
See when I'm talking, you see how it's picking my voice up. You see right here, it's picking my voice up. See, when you can see that, you mess around with it until you can see it picking up the sound of your voice. Then you'll be in there.
Yeah, the problem is not that. The problem is the sound.
He said, IT support.
It's not coming out through the loudspeaker on the phone. It's coming out through the phone itself. So if I want to hear what you're saying, I got to put the phone to my ear.
Yeah. Well, it might be better than that. At least we won't get a 10-second delay. We'll get a 1-second delay. We don't mind looking at your ear, Darren. He said he's thinking about it. He says, it's like I'm watching an old karate movie.
Okay.
He says, how's it supposed to be pronounced?
Yeah. Sorry about that, fellas, on the live stream.
That's okay. He says, how's it supposed to be pronounced? He said, I thought it was Pattaya, but you said Pattaya, right? Now he says it's pronounced Pattaya in Thai and Pattaya.
Yeah, Pattaya is the way the Thais pronounce it. Foreigners pronounce it Pattaya.
Okay, let me ask you something, Darren, about your wife and her Buddhism. Do they go to church over there, or they just worship at those temples everywhere around the city? Do they go to church over there?
They go to the temple.
Those.
They give money to the Buddhist monks and ask for blessing.
Yeah. So they just go to the temples that are outside everywhere. They just go to the outside temples. Okay. Now, let's talk about the cost of living. Let's compare the cost of living because you've lived in both. Talk about the cost of living in Thailand.
Okay. Right. Now I got you working.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So we should be able to hear each other in real time now.
Yeah. But turn off YouTube though. Turn off YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's off.
Okay. Okay, now talk about the cost of living in Thailand first.
Okay. Cost of living in Thailand is cheaper than the Philippines. I'm gonna be straight. It is. Give you a perfect example. When we were in Phuket in October, I could rent a 2-bedroom villa with its own private swimming pool, jacuzzi bathtubs, fully furnished, free Wi-Fi, free Netflix for $200 a month. You ain't gonna find that in the Philippines. I'm sorry, guys. You just ain't gonna find it for that kind of price. If you go to somewhere like Alabang, yeah, you're gonna find it, but you're gonna pay $1,500 a month for it. Yeah. So in Thailand, it is cheaper for things like that, but you can get a nice house here. Yeah. For me, I've got a 3-bedroom house and I'm paying $300 a month in a gated community with a swimming pool. So, on a basketball court, it's really nice. We got the security. I'm happy with that. Yeah. But prices for electronics, prices for accommodation, prices for food, I find is cheaper in Thailand, and your money goes further. Why choose the Philippines then? A lot of people ask, well, if it's that cheap, why do you want to be in the Philippines? Because the women are that much better and the language. Almost everybody speaks English, especially the women. As we know, women are smarter than men in high school. Yeah, we all got to put our hand up to that. Unless you were a nerd in high school, women excelled in men, in the learning capacity. So their English is off the hook. The men not so much, but they want to try. They want to try. Give them credit. They want to try. So to me, the Philippines is the best country. You just can't beat it. Okay, Thailand's got the infrastructure. Philippines got the women, that will love you and respect you for who you are. Now, both me and you, Calvin, I hope I don't embarrass you too much. We both ugly. But guess what? We got beautiful women. And they both love us. I've seen how Marilyn is with you. You've seen how Darlene is with me. Our women love us. They respect us. And that is what we want at the end of the day. They will give you a loo job when you want. Sex is never a argument like it is back in the West. You don't have to beg for the pussy. Over here, me and Darlene sleep naked. She says, you want it, you come to get it.
Yeah.
That's
what I want. I want the nitty gritty, Darren. And you're right. This is one thing I noticed about Thailand. I wasn't over there long enough to say it's cheaper than the Philippines. You have. I did see that I got more value for my money there.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what it amounted to. You're going to get more value for your money there than the Philippines. Because me and Mr. Lee, the last place we ate in Pattaya was after hours Thai restaurant, mom and pop place. It was the best food I've probably ever had. We had a 5-course dinner, extra rice, extra cokes, 635 baht. You're not gonna come anywhere near that. Over here. Now you will get a good deal at Malwani, but the food it's just so exotic. It's just so much flavors and it's so different. But that's true. And then remember, I was a stone's throw from the beach in Pattaya. Listen to this, guys. And my hotel was $19 a night. I don't know if you can get that here.
No.
So compared to the West, though, the Philippines is cheaper. Look at this house I built for $20,000. I don't know if you can do that anywhere else. But the value for your dollar, yeah, your money does get you more over there in Thailand. I noticed that. I mean, just right off the top. So yeah, you're right about that. But here's one thing you talked about. People seem to think that they underrate this language barrier. Man, English is all underrated until you get somewhere where they don't understand you and you can't understand them.
Yeah.
That's the reason I'm here. It makes it so much easier to blend in. And even though you misinterpreted a lot here, really, they can understand you. And that's all you can ask for 8,000 miles away. Okay? We underrate how important language is, guys. It's the eighth wonder of the world. Self-expression is one of the true ingredients of happiness, man. If you're just going around screwing these bar girls or whatever, and you're not being able to really sit down and have a good conversation every now and then with somebody, you're gonna go crazy. You can't survive that way. So yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something else that you said about the women. The minute your boots hit the ground over here, you can already be established over here. You have your place, your woman, your transportation, everything you needed. There's no quicker place anywhere to get established than the Philippines. I've been around the world. The very first day, listen to me, guys, you can have all of that. You can be sitting back and people think you've been over here for years. You just got off the damn plane. That's why I like the Philippines.
Yeah.
What about the visa over there, the visa issues? Let's talk about that.
Okay. If you're not going to retire and you just want to go there for vacation, you're going to get 60 days from the get-go. You're going to get 30 days when you arrive. You go to the immigration office, you can extend it for another 30 days. You pay 1,000 baht, $23, to renew it for another 30 days. After that, you got to leave the country, or you can do what a lot of people do and change it to a student visa. All you do is you register with a school and you want to learn the Thai language, so you can communicate with the girls. Then do that. And you only have to do 8 hours a week. Now that can be, you could do that 8 hours in one day, or you can do that 2 hours for 5 days, up to you. Yeah. And you're going to get a year's visa and you don't have to leave the country, and it doesn't cost a lot. I mean, I looked into it and you could do a Thai course for like $40 a month.
Oh, wow.
And it's not expensive. It's not expensive. And it's a good way to learn the language. I did it. I went to school to learn the language. And I'm tone deaf. And Thais, they speak through their nose, not through their tonsils like we do. And give you an example, the Thai word cow, all right, has 5 different meanings depending on how you pronounce it. And they teach you in school, the tones are cow, 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 cow. Well, if you say one way, it means rice. If you say another way, it means mountain. You say another way, it means the color white, and so forth. Yeah. So if you don't get the tone right, they're just going to laugh at you. But what I used to do is I would say, like the color white, I would point, cow, and I'd point at rice and I'd go cow, and they would know what I meant, but I could never get the tones right. But that's a good way to spend a year over there and, travel around, see the place. It's a beautiful country, beautiful country.
Yeah. Thanks, Clarence 007, for that super sticker. I appreciate it. let me go back to Red Hot Mike. He said the ninth wonder of the world, a sweet 21-year-old Filipino that comes with a deli tune-up. See, this is what people don't, they underestimate how important this is. When you're a man, I don't care who you are, we're hunters. This is what you're looking for. These are regular women over here. These aren't bar girls. I mean, for you to get that, and until you experience it, nothing I can say could ever describe it. Right, Darren?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, there's no comparison between the women. The Philippine women are the best women in the world in my book. And I mean, no disrespect to the women, you know, when I'm talking about sex, that's just what a foreigner likes. There's two ways to a man's heart, you know, one is in his pants, the other one's in his stomach, you know, and if you give them both to that man, he gonna love you forever. And I mean, no disrespect to the Filipino people. I love them, you know, all of them, you know, they're great people. You know, be friendly when you come here. They're friendly too. And, you know, they sort of stand back a bit. But when you smile and you say hello, they're going to smile and say hello back and be like, wow, he's a nice guy.
Exactly. And it's just those little things like that that puts the Philippines up here. See, Filipinos, they're really in a bubble. They do things their own way, and they don't care what the rest of the world says or what the rest of the world thinks. You saw the last election. They don't give a damn what we're thinking about that. You know, they do a lot of stuff over here, and they don't care what you think. But with the women, sex, it's like breathing. It is. We're hung up about sex in the West. But over here in the East, it's not. It's natural. Try living try holding your breath and see what type of life you're going to live. But sex is just as natural as breathing. But we still got a problem with a naked body in America. Over here, the woman's like, okay, I'm your woman. You're my man. You're taking care of me. Is that all you want? Or you want something else? See? And I'm going to tell you, until you had that 21-year-old with the long flowing hair, the booty shorts, the perfect skin, and those magic words, you can do to me whatever you want to do. You don't know, you know, I might as well be talking tired of you right now because you don't understand me. You have no way to understand what I'm telling you. See? And it just depends on what you want, man. I'm at the point in my life, I want it easy. We make it hard on ourselves over there. I was in a self-imposed hell in America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too. You ain't alone.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up in San Bernardino, California. It's full of gangs and shootings. You know, I remember one time I went to the 7-Eleven, you know, just to get some bread and some milk. You know, I come out, you know, and a gang member shot two people straight outside. Looked at me, just went like this. And I knew what he was saying. You keep your mouth shut, you're going to live, you know.
Yeah.
Over here, you don't have that. You know, you get the odd shooting. It's mainly political. But, you know, as for foreigners, nah, it's safe here. I feel safer here than I've ever felt anywhere in my life.
Exactly. Filipinos are unicorns in that they'll leave you alone. They will. They'll actually hand you the keys to their kingdom and say, have the time of your life. Just respect us and our culture. I've never been anywhere where they do that. I mean, you're genuinely welcome here, and people don't seem to realize how important that is. I mean,
yeah, they welcome everybody here, you know, and have you noticed this, Calvin? There is no racism in the Philippines. I've not seen any. It don't matter if you're black, white, brown, purple, yellow, green. Yeah, if you're American, that's how they see you. They don't see you as anything else. And the expats that live here, like myself and you, yeah, you see, we all just one big happy family. And you can't get that anywhere else, guys. You really can't.
To hear it coming from you, Darren. See, when I say it, they think I'm crazy. But when they hear an Anglo-Saxon white man say that, it carries a lot of weight. But you're right. Is there discrimination here? Yeah, but there's no racism here. Nobody's getting shot in the back because of the color of their skin. You
Yeah. Now,
understand?
you know, one of my best friends, Mac, he's been on your channel a lot of times.
Yeah.
He lives here in the gated community. We hang out almost every day. One of the nicest brothers I've ever met in my life.
Absolutely.
You know, he always says to me, "Don't worry what Calvin says about you, Cooper. You're all right by me."
You said a mouthful, man, what you just said. To the Filipino, you're an American, or you're a foreigner. That's all they see. You're going to have to prove to them through your character who you are and what you are. They're looking at, they can't afford to treat us like that over here. The tourism would go like that. They're trying to make it go up.
Yeah.
The only problem I see, they don't promote it as much in the West as they do a place like Thailand. When I'm in America, they promote Thai Airways on the TV. They promote Thailand on the commercials over in America. Here, they don't promote the Philippines in America. It's more word of mouth, you know, because there's more Filipinos in America than anywhere else. So if you're going to learn about the Philippines, you got to get it from somebody like me or you, or from one of the Filipinos over there. Otherwise, if you don't know any Filipinos or you're not watching YouTube, all you're going to know is Manny Pacquiao and Manila. You may have heard, believe it or not, some of my friends, all they know about the Philippines is the Thriller in Manila. That's it.
Yeah.
That's right. The Thriller in Manila. And they were talking about that on the boat. The guy, a couple of videos ago, I told you there was a boxing trainer on board the ship. I was getting a massage. He was getting his nails done. He said he used to feed Manny Pacquiao. And he was talking about the Thriller in Manila. But that's about all we know about that. You know, we don't know a lot about the Philippines. And it just depends on what you want, man. You know, but I'm going to extol the virtues of both. I'm not going to put any of them down because
you can't. They're both good.
They're both good. Compared to where I came from, anything's better than hell. I was in a self-imposed hell. I had to get out. He said, "What do you mean Pacquiao's not the president?" No. But I tell you, he's 6 to 12 years away. See, the Philippines will elect him just like we elected Donald Trump over there. He's no more likely to be president.
Well, you might have elected him. I didn't.
I'm not saying American people did. So, you know, Pacquiao's probably 6 to 12 years away. He's 1 or 2 presidential elections away. He's already, it's how they work over here. He's already put it out there. I'm running for president. So they'll say, okay, wait your turn. They're going to elect him. Watch, eventually. Mark my words. In the next 6 to 12 years, Manny Pacquiao is going to be the president over here. And you're going to say, yeah, Sunshine Shoulder said that. Not because I'm smart. It's just the way that they work over here. I mean, believe it or not, the president now, he put his bid in years ago. See? And okay, wait your turn. We'll get you in there. But that's pretty interesting about that cost of living. Now, were you buying a place or were you renting a place over there, Darren?
In Thailand, I bought a place. I bought the land, put it in my wife's name, and then I built a house and I put it in my name to protect myself. And I'm glad I did that. You know, as foreigners, you know, in Thailand or the Philippines, we can't own land, you know, but you can own property.
Yeah.
Okay. So the way I did it is I bought the land, put it in my wife's name. Then I built the house, and then I got the deed to the house put in my name. So, you know, she couldn't just kick me out the house. It's my house, you know. And when it came down to divorcing, I made sure it was 50-50. She got half, I got half.
Oh, yeah. So y'all sold it. Y'all sold it.
Yeah.
You sold the house.
Yeah.
Then one thing I noticed about Thailand, their construction, their building is on the level of any first world country.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I've seen it.
Yeah.
You know, another thing that I didn't see now, I know that poverty's over there because Mr. Lee was telling me a lot of the girls in the bars, they come from the province and they're very poor, but they had it. It's not like if you get on a bus in the Philippines and you go from here to Bacolod, you're going to see it. But if you get on the road in Thailand, especially in Bangkok, you don't see it. No. But it's there, right?
Yeah, it's there. You go to certain places in Bangkok, you're going to see it, and like rough places in Manila, they got it too. It's everywhere. You got it everywhere.
But I mean,
you're right. Yeah, you're right. A lot of these girls that work in the bar are doing it to support their family. A lot of them got children, and no man, and they trying to provide for their family. You got it all over the world. You go to Amsterdam, the sex capital of the world. There's Eastern European women working in the red light district, and they doing it to support their families. It's just the name of the game.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked. The first prostitute I saw was African, and I didn't know what I was going to see in Bangkok. But then you see white women over there, and I'm thinking, well, maybe they're Russian, but are Ukrainian?
Yeah, majority of them are Russian.
He said, but there's American women working over there.
If you want a Russian woman in Thailand, go to the Hard Rock Cafe in Bangkok. You'll see lots of them there.
Yeah,
and they're on the game too.
Now, this is a question for a lawyer. I don't think you can answer this, Darren, but he says, can you sell a house under your name if the landowner, wife or ex-wife, doesn't approve? See,
you can sell the house. Yes, you can. But the owner of the house would have to take up a lease for the land from the owner. Okay. And if she's not willing to lease the land, then no, you can't. Yeah. So it's a catch-22. But what woman's going to turn down free money?
Exactly.
None.
Ajima's World, what's up? He said, where's the best place to meet a good time tonight? Well, I can say you can meet a good woman here anywhere. I would say in her natural environment, the marketplace. I would say if you're going to go to the mall, I would say talk to the workers there. Most of the guys I know who they say, I met her at the job, because it's they're not afraid to speak to you. Part of their job is talking to customers, talking to foreigners, the customer service. And a lot of them, they're tired of working for that little bit amount of money. They're looking to be rescued, some of them, not all of them. They're tired of standing on their feet 12 hours a day. So if you come in there as a decent human being, you dress decent, you're looking halfway nice, and you approach her the right way, that's a good place to meet a woman. Sydney, Sydney, he had we were in Bacolod, we went to the SM Mall, we're walking through, and all of a sudden I'm like, where's Sydney? He's back talking to a young lady in her 20s, had the girl blushing. She's ready to go with Sydney, okay? He's 87 because she's tired of being in there. She wants to be rescued.
Yeah. Another good place to meet a good woman over here is, like you said, the malls, and I would say the coffee shops, Starbucks, Coffee Bean, any of them, because people go there to talk. That's a good opportunity to break the ice.
Yeah, and then don't go in for the kill right away. Over here, they're old-fashioned. Yeah. You may have to, she's got to get comfortable with you. You may have to go out on with her 2 or 3 dates.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be no months like over in America. Hell, the woman's always telling you, you got to date me for 3 or 6 months before any intimacy. But, we go for the kill over here. You don't have to do that.
No,
Slow down
don't.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is a good question right here. And by the way, good morning, Mimi. That was Pumpkin Joe, Philippine Experience. That's Ron's wife, Mimi. Good morning. He says, Darren, could you explain about universal health care in Thailand for Thai people?
Okay. In Thailand, they got free health care for Thai people. Okay. So it's sort of like Obamacare. You know, you can go to the government hospitals and you get free treatment over there. And you get quite a lot off the price of medication. You know, it's really reduced. So for Thai people, for foreigners, I had Cigna, and I use that here in the Philippines. It covered me in any hospital. The best hospital in Thailand is by far Bangkok Hospital, and they got that everywhere. You know, in every city you're going to find, you know, and out, you know, in most major towns they got Bangkok Hospital. And I think Calvin said about it in his blog with Chocolate Man, you know, that Bangkok Hospital was, you know, one of the best hospitals in Thailand. It's got all the modern equipment. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, the top rated hospital in the whole entire world is in Thailand. I don't know how they grade, you know, I don't know how they grade the stuff, but
yeah,
literally they got the best rated hospital in the world. See, people think that the United States has the best health care. Look, guys, it's good, but it's way down there. Okay, on your list. If you don't believe me, look it up. We're first in a lot of things, but it's not healthcare.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And, you know, if you got money here, you're going to get good healthcare. And if you're in the right place, it's going to be on the level of what you're getting at home. But when you get out in places like St. Carlos City and all out in the province, you're not going to get the same, you know, but the trade-off is worth it for me. I was telling Marilyn yesterday, I'm going to take my chances because we were in Manila. I just can't deal with that. I can't deal with Cebu. I can't deal with Manila. It's too many people. It's too congested, too much traffic. I just have to take my chances here with self-care. I've got Feel Health. Now that I'm back, I'm going to get because Michael Onstadt, he gave me, I got my, and it's still in effect. I got my COVID insurance through him. It was just like that. So I'm going to get that Pacific Cross through him now that I'm back. I didn't want to get it because I only had like 30 days, 60 days left. But I'm going to get it now.
Phil Health's good. You only pay $30 every 3 months for that.
Yeah, I paid about 17,500 for the whole year.
Oh, for the whole year? Yeah.
Yeah, but that's about what it comes out to. Less now, though, because the dollar's strong, guys, over here now. There's no better time to be in
55.07 right now.
Wow. So it went up.
Yeah, now, it's going up.
Yes, projected to reach 57 by the end of the month. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, by the end of July. That's right.
This is as high as I've ever seen it. It's 54.99 this morning. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's unheard of, guys. You're talking about 1980, 1990 exchange rates. And I don't know what that's about. Maybe because of the new administration, they're trying to see which way that's going. I don't really know. House of Lamar says, "At Sunshine Shows, you heard back from James." Yeah, we talk all the time, just about every day. James is, I'm going to tell you guys, this guy's a genius. Eventually, he's going to be like, he may be a millionaire. He's certainly going to be famous. I've never heard of anybody doing any masking tape art. Have you, Darren?
No, but I watched your video. He was good. That big turtle he made, oh, man, that was fantastic.
Let me show you something, guys. If I can get this in here. He sends me pieces every day that he does. He sent me a giraffe today. It's probably my best. Well, here's some stuff that he made. This is I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's a zebra, a hippopotamus, and I don't know what the other thing is. I don't think it's a rhino, but let me show you this. Look at this giraffe.
Yeah, that's just raw talent right there. That's good.
Imagine. I said, how did you get into that? He said he was at work. And he just started fooling around with some masking tape. But I'm saying that's like some savant type of stuff. What would make you just all of a sudden say I can make art with masking tape? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Hey, Dana, man, good to see you. He says, Calvin, the next time you visit Thailand, you and Maryland must visit the Lana Resort on Koh
Samui Island. Oh, it's beautiful island. Beautiful island. Yeah, one of my favorites.
$300 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. A lot of people have been inquiring about you, Dana. Have you been getting any emails? I hope you have, because they need your help. Douglas Anderson says, seems like Thai and Filipino women are similar to DR women in the sense that they know you expect sex and they don't mind giving you what you want as long as you don't come across as an asshole. But see, here's the thing. When you say sex, all of a sudden people's antennas go up. They think you weird. Well, how the hell did you get here, by the way? There's no other way. You know, they've got that fancy in vitro stuff going on, but even in the in vitro, the man had to have an orgasm. I mean, I don't understand what people get so crazy about sex when we say sex.
Well, I think the best way to describe it, Calvin, is if you can go back to 1940s USA, or 1930s, when the women respected the men and the woman kept the house clean, kept the man fed, looked after the children, kept him happy in bed. That's what the Philippines is like. And that's what we miss as a society in America. You know, if you want it from your Western wife, she's going to say to you, what have you done for me lately? Over here is, you've done everything for me. You can have it when you want. And that's the difference.
There's the bot right there. It's 35.31. Might as well say, if you drop that 5, round it up, 35.32 bot, which is strong. What was it when you were there?
Same. It stays the same all year round. All year round.
Oh, okay. Now I think we got Tariq on here. Are you with us, Tariq?
Yeah, I'm here. Hold up 1 second. I'm trying to get my hold up. Give me 1 second. My the hell's up with this? It's not coming in.
Robert Dame says only on your birthday, maybe if you're a good boy. But see, that's why I say every day's your birthday over here.
Okay,
and, you know, being feminine here is not seen as being inferior. Women love to be women over here, and I like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My whole point with my ex-American wife was she wanted to do everything I wanted to do. Well, I said, hell, if I wanted a man, I would have married a man. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Even when we were divorcing, she saw I was online, so she went online and started chatting with African men. She wanted somebody overseas, and now she's married to an African guy. That's just how it is. Hey, David S. said, Calvin, you are experiencing the effect of inflation in the Philippines. Everything is expensive here in the U.S. Yeah, now inflation is going up here, but you're getting, at least you get the benefit of a stronger dollar. It's not staying the same like it is in America. Prices are going up, but your salary's staying the same here. As an expat, my dollar's getting stronger. We were talking, Darren, you said from the last time you got your pension to this time, you got what, 3,000?
An extra 3,000 pesos, an extra $60.
Wow. See?
And now it's gone up again. So my next pension next week is going to be another 1,000 on top of that. So it's gone up $80.
Yeah. See? So it's good. Yeah, you're going to get the inflation, but at least we're keeping up with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I like, because like today, we had the electronic community pantry drawing. Every week I go and save more and buy at least 1,200 pesos worth of groceries. We buy the same exact thing, and every week it goes up a little bit.
Yeah.
The prices. So when you come over here to the Philippines and you go in the grocery store, now unless you go somewhere like Manila, Cebu, and you go to the grocery store, stay away from the grocery stores in these malls, because man, you're going to be in lines that are just, you're not going to be able to take it. But over here in a place like St. Carlos, nobody's in the grocery store. They shop at the market. It's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He said that's funny because African men don't take no from women. Exactly.
Yeah.
She's finding that out right now.
Yeah.
Mitch Brewer said money in America is getting tighter. The price of chicken has doubled in the last 6 months. Believe it or not, let's see. When I came back to St. Carlos City in September of 2020, I could get a kilo of wings, because that's really all I eat here, wings and breast. I could get a kilo for 165 pesos. Now it's 200, I believe it's 235 pesos per kilo. Now that's 2.5 pounds, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Which, it's still fairly cheap if you look at it like that, but the price, everything's going up. Now, if you go in a place like
there we go.
The diesel gas is 92 pesos per liter.
Yeah.
What's up? We want to welcome Tariq Campbell.
How's it going?
Live stream. You're in the
Hey, Tariq, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
I'm always good, man.
My headset isn't working for some reason. I don't know why. I know you guys can hear me. My headset isn't working. Just give me a second. I apologize. I'm just waking up.
Can you hear now?
I hear you guys fine. I hear you.
Okay, yeah. Darren, what'd you say to him?
I said, hey, Tariq, how you doing, brother? And he says, how am I doing? I said, I'm living the life like Big Calvin.
So I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best.
Your money's a little bit longer than mine, Darren. I'm over here. I'm trying to make it, man.
And you making it. Look at that beautiful house you got, Calvin. I can't wait to come see it.
Oh,
you doing so well. You got Sunshine Shoulders name on the gate.
Yeah, the guy did that.
Yeah, so you done pimped out your house.
Oh man,
it looks good.
Hey, thanks, man. Hey, Tariq, so you're here in the Philippines now, but this isn't
your
first trip, right?
Huh?
This isn't your first trip.
Yeah, it is. It is. My first trip ever. I've been here for 1 month now, and
Oh, welcome to the Philippines, man.
Oh, thank you.
I thought you would be talking about English City all the time. Was you just online with that?
Oh, no, I don't know. I just got kind of busy and just doing some other things, but I'm gonna be talking more about the city, more about it later. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. It's a lot crazier than I thought it was gonna be. I mean, I've had my fun, but it gets tiring after a while, though.
Where are you?
I'm in an area. I have a little condo out here. I'm in an area called Balibago.
Oh, nice area. Yeah, I know that place. Yeah.
I'm on the Daewoo border. I'm on the border of Daewoo. I mean, walking streets literally like a 10-minute walk from my house.
Oh, so you're in English City.
Yeah, Angela City. I'm in English City. Yeah.
What made you go there?
My cousin. All right. So this is the thing. I have a cousin who lives out here. He lives around the corner from me, and he moved out here back in, I want to say 2008 when I was younger. We all thought he was crazy for coming out here. Then as I got older, I was just like, no, let me just check it out myself. Let me check it out myself, see how it is. And, he's having all this fun. He's like 10 years older than I am, and he's having the time of his life. So I wanted to come check it out myself. So I started saving. started doing the necessary things, you get on the paperwork in order, get my passport up to date, and I just came out here. I was actually not going to come out here. The plan was to come out here in August or September, and I just said I can't do it. I got to try it now. I got to do it now. So been out here for 30 days, like 30 days now.
What kind of work were you doing in America?
Let me see what I'm doing right now. Right now, I'm teaching English on a few sites. I'm teaching English. I'm taking some college courses, so I'm getting that tuition reimbursement money from there. I have a decent sized savings, and I'm doing digital marketing.
No, I mean, what were you doing in America?
Back there. I was a truck driver. Just a truck driver. Nothing special. I was a long.
Same with me.
Yeah, same with you. You were a truck driver too?
Yeah, I was truck driver in the Army, 88 Mike.
Okay. Yeah, in fact, Calvin, when I was on the pin, I think it was 4 or 5 months ago, I was in California when, on my truck.
Yeah. So what kind of rent you paying? If you don't mind sharing that with us.
Oh man, it's kind of high here. So I'm actually getting another place. I've actually found another place, just, they don't know. But this one right here is $18K. And that was because when I first moved here, I had an Airbnb and I was going on Marketplace trying to find apartments, and I was finding some good ones for good prices. And I kept noticing this. I would hit up the landlords. They were Filipino, and I would tell them, hey, I want to check the apartment out. Or they would hit me up, be like, hey, Paul, I have an apartment for rent, and I thought everything was good. And then I would ask them, well, can I come check the place out today? If it's good, if it's up to my standards, I'll get it today. Radio silence. This happened at least 15 times. They would tell me they had an apartment. When I said, can I come check the apartment out today or tomorrow? They would just ignore me. Some of them even blocked me. So it's like, why are they playing all these games with me? So there was a guy here from Italy. He had a building. So I was like, look, let me just get into this place for like a month or two. It's a little high, 18,000 pesos, but at least I can get off the Airbnb and start getting situated and settled. So after that, I ended up finding a studio, which I'm actually about to move into it tonight. I already paid the money down, all that good stuff. So it's only $6K. It's a little cheaper. It's not as extravagant as here, but I don't need extravagant right now.
Yeah, so 18,000. That's roughly $350 for the new exchange rate.
Yeah, roughly about that, 340, 350. It came fully furnished, Wi-Fi included, high speed Wi-Fi, internet, came with the TV, fridge, microwave, stove. So it came with everything I needed, shower with hot water, decent water pressure. But I just needed it for like the first month or two just to get settled in, and then I could start, downgrading and.
Did you need to put a deposit?
Yeah, I had to put a deposit. So if I leave before that, I may end up losing it though. But I'd rather.
Well, how long did you sign up for?
90 days. 90 days. I've only been here a month, but I found another place. So I was talking to them about, and we had an issue last week where the sewage was coming up from the shower. So, and now the toilet's not working, and they're trying to figure that out. So it's a lot of this. Is for a place that costs so much. There's a lot of nonsense going on with it. A lot of things going on with it.
I'm gonna give you a suggestion. You don't have to follow it. I would stay there for that 90 days, man. I wouldn't throw that 18,000 away, because even if you get a cheaper price, you're gonna have to remember you've already lost 18,000.
You're right.
So whatever rent you're paying, you got to put that on top of it.
You're right.
I would suffer it out for those 2 months. That way, you get your feet wet, man. You get more settled. You can look around. Hell, you may find a better deal, because believe it or not, here's what I found out. Up in Manila, and I don't know why, the rent even is cheaper than it is in because get off those Airbnbs, guys, if you're going to be here for a long term. I've got a subscriber, Franz. I consider him a friend now. He lives in Cebu. Hell, he's paying 35,000 pesos a month for his condo, and because it's Airbnb.
Okay.
All right. The good thing about it is, with Airbnb, there's no deposit, but still, that's a lot of in the Philippines, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I told him. I said, to him, it's no big deal. He got a big pension and stuff. He's living good. I said, but still, man, you don't want to overpay over here. It's a lot
Now,
of
Tariq, do you pay water and electricity on top of that 18,000?
No. All that's included.
Oh, that's not a bad deal then.
Pretty good deal, man, where you are.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah.
I mean, the building's not bad. I can't lie. The building is a good building, and it's safe, and it takes. You need your fingerprint to get inside the building, so it is secure. It is a secure building. I do like that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I would stay in there. Now, Darren, when you were there before you bought your house, were you renting a condo or apartment?
I rented a condo. I paid $20,000, and it's condos in a gated community, but that was all in, just like Tariq. It included the Wi-Fi, included the TV, the electric, the water, and it had a swimming pool, basketball court, everything. That's where Max and John are right now. They're in that condo that I was in. It's all in the same gated community. But, in the house that I'm in, I got a 3-bedroom. I'm paying $10,000 just for electric here.
Wow.
So it's a good savings. You got to weigh up the good and the bad. If you're going to get a place that's cheaper, you're going to have to pay the electric and the water. The water, okay, is 200 pesos a month. That's nothing, $4, for me in the 3-bedroom house, it's going to be even cheaper just for you, Tariq, but electricity is expensive here compared to Thailand. The electricity is less than half price it is here.
Yeah, that's what the chocolate man. Here he is right here. He says, I'm just here to try and recruit this man to Thailand. Tariq,
is he referring to me or Tariq?
Do you have any plans on going to Thailand?
Yeah, I do. I don't know exactly when, but I would like to go sometime this year. By the end of this year, beginning of 2023. Everyone keeps telling me, I've had friends that have been there, and they're all telling me the same thing. Go to Thailand. They said, they give me the good and the bad, but they said basically the same thing you said, that the infrastructure in Thailand is a lot better than here. It's a lot better.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna check it. I'm definitely gonna check it out though. I didn't come all this way just to stay in one country. I want to travel more and see other things.
Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, you're a younger guy. How old are you, Tariq?
I'm 38.
Wow. See,
he is a young guy.
He said, Chocolate Man said, seriously, though, it's always good to see someone escape the Matrix. See, for you to escape the Matrix at 38, man, you way ahead of the game.
Wow.
I was 55.
Wow.
So I
was 52.
Yeah, I don't care how old you are. Get the hell out of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, anything's better than hell. I created a hell for myself over there, man. To be honest with you. Roy Skilling says everything is covered. I'm on the beach in a high rise. Where are you, Ray? Now let me ask you something, Tariq. Again, did you get that sewage issue fixed?
They're actually still working on it now, but it's not pumping up anymore. It took them 2 days to get that fixed, but in the process, I had to get a hotel room. I had to get a hotel room for a couple of days because it was stinking in here. They didn't reimburse me. They didn't want to reimburse me. They gave you the runaround about reimbursing me the money. And in fact, they were trying to get me to buy lunch for the workers. Like, huh? They're trying to get me to buy lunch for the workers. So that left kind of like a bad taste in my mouth. And now the toilet's not working. The toilet is to the point where I have to pour water into it to the back part just to flush it. So it's it's like for a luxury, for like a luxury, supposed to be a luxury. It has a lot of issues, more than I thought it would have. I thought they would have had this stuff, taken care of by now.
Now, one thing about buying the workers' lunch, that's like just a part of the culture over here. Okay.
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Okay. I'm still learning.
Part of the culture over here. Because you gotta realize, even though I'm paying these guys top dollar over here to build my guest house, I had to feed them every day too.
Okay.
Yeah, we fed them breakfast, lunch, and merienda. They were gone by the time dinner was here, but yeah, that's part of the.
Okay, I'm still learning.
Yeah, that's no big deal because they're not getting paid much of anything.
I feel bad for them. Actually, they're out here working. They're out here working barefoot, digging into the ground, no shoes. And I was like, wow, like damn, you know.
Yeah. Now he said I escaped at 35. But see, I want to clear up something. People seem to think that I was putting Thailand down. I didn't like Thailand with that last video. No, I love it. I was only there 4 days. Me and Chocolate Man, we were sitting at this place called Red Steps Restaurant. We were just chatting, man, kicking it up. And man, I'm sitting at this. We're looking out at the beach, and I'm like, man, I would move over here just for that view right there. To hell with the bar scene, because eventually I would find a woman over there. I mean, money talks. You're gonna, I'll go down in the damn province and find me somebody. But I'm the guy. I'm from the old school. I'm gonna create the life first, and then put the woman inside of that. I'm not gonna get the woman first, and I think that's a mistake a lot of us make. We're looking for these women to save us, man. These women ain't gonna save you. They can't save themselves.
Yep.
Establish first, then get your woman, because that's the last thing you got to worry about over here. But I loved it in Thailand, man. It's the only place. It's only 3 places that I felt sad when I was leaving: Philippines, Thailand, and Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Everybody else, it was no big deal. Hell.
Well, next time you go, take Maryland. She's gonna love it.
I am, but they procrastinate so much over here. She's been getting that passport done for a long time. See?
Yeah,
and that's her problem. So, because the next time I'm ready to go, I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he says you're so young, you should try every country in Southeast Asia.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Philippines is situated. It's less time to get from here to Vietnam to Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City than it is Thailand. I didn't even know that. I'd have went to Vietnam. I was so messed up. Yeah, you're right. He said that's ridiculous for someone to believe you're throwing shade at Thailand. Yeah, really, how can I throw shade at Thailand? Really. I mean, if anybody's ever stepped foot in that place knows how just unbelievable and amazing it is.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, I was blown away, but I'm the type of guy, eventually the dust is going to settle. And I'm always looking around. I see things that a lot of people don't see. And I said, I just need to tell this story about these bar women because, there's probably 1 or 2 good-looking ones on Soy 6 in every bar. But the rest of them are just normal women, man. And you were like, man, I'm not paying for this.
Now, did you notice that the best-looking women are the ones sitting on a stool outside trying to get the customers in?
Exactly right.
Yep.
That's it. One of the last bars we went into, that's what it was. They're the ones sitting there attracting you. I mean, this young girl, she was 21. She was beautiful. I mean, that's all I can say. But when you come from the Philippines, I'm talking about when you're dealing with women now. We're dealing with regular women over here. And then you put me in a situation where I'm around a bunch of skunks, really, over here. I'm like, I'm being real selective. I'm being real choosy.
Exactly.
I'm like, I'm used to something totally different over here. Now you want me to pay for this over here? No, I'm seeing something different, guys. So people took offense to that, man. They were, they got angry about that and said, I'm discouraging people from coming to Thailand. Man, if you listen to what I said and that discouraged you from coming to Thailand, you wouldn't come to Thailand in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Moochie T, you missing the point. He can go the extra mile and buy these guys lunch. What do you think lunch costs over here, Moochie T? He probably could have spent $2 or $3. And how many workers was it, Tariq?
It was about 5. I think I paid total for everyone to eat about 500 pesos. So it wasn't like a breaking the bank. No,
right.
it wasn't.
Exactly. See,
They're $10.
that's the point I'm trying to make, Moochie T.
Yeah.
What you're bringing is that Western thinking over here. It don't work over here. All right. And this is what I try to get over to you guys, man. You got to change your thinking when you come over here.
Yes.
Okay, so what? It's not his place. But you watch that money that you spent, it's going to go a long way, bro. He says, Steven says you need to get away from the crowded area, check out a province, see the real Philippines. You're young enough, but you've only been here 30 days. I say 30, stay there for 90 days. Kick it around some places. See what you like.
Yeah.
But Chocolate Man said that's one of the reasons he left. He was up there in English City and he just got tired of it. I would probably get tired of it too. And Kamal Fati says now Thailand is looking good for weed smokers after they legalize it. I had the perfect opportunity, man, to go inside of that weed shop and I walked right past it. I wasn't even thinking. I could have went in there and showed you guys. I wasn't thinking. Mr. Lee, really.
I think I'm going to have to take a special trip now.
Yeah, I'm going to next time I go back, I'm staying for 30 days. It's too close, man.
Yeah.
You know, Darren, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, if you book it 3 months out, Calvin, you can get it for $40 a flight. One way.
Wow.
Yeah. You book it 3 months out. Look on Thai Air's website. They got it for $40 a flight.
I might have to go. I'm going to go sooner than that.
That's kind of interesting that you say that. Can I fly into Thailand on one way?
Yes, you can.
You know what? You're right.
You don't need to have an onward ticket.
Right. They never asked me that going there, but coming back, they asked me for my onward ticket before they let me check in.
Yeah, well, of course, you're checking into the airport to leave. They got to show a ticket before they're going to let you go in the departure lounge. That's everywhere.
No. I mean, an onward ticket past the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I need to show that.
So they asked you for that throwaway ticket.
Yeah, the throwaway ticket. They didn't ask me for that in Thailand. So you make a great point, man.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. Yeah, I probably could have saved a few extra dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. But there's some big differences. The value for your money is better in Thailand. I have to say that. But because I've got more experience here, I've got to ride with the Philippines simply because of that language, man. You can't discount the language barrier. But in Thailand, there's so many expats, like you said, Darren, you can easily get around that.
Oh, yeah. That's the major difference for me. That is the major difference. The language and the women is why I choose the Philippines over Thailand any day of the week.
Yeah. Now, I couldn't it's hard for me to get a banana split over here. But you can get that.
Go to Stone Cold. Go to Stone Cold. You know Stone Cold from the States. The ice cream parlor. Go there and you can get yourself off the hook banana split. They got it here too.
Imperial Brown, GG Lion Music said, Calvin, you had to buy another ticket even coming back from Thailand. Yeah, coming into the Philippines, you either have to show that round trip ticket originally from your home country or onward ticket. You can't buy one way into the Philippines, guys. You can't do it. You have to have that onward ticket or that round trip ticket. They're going to ask for it before they let you on the plane. Now, when you get to immigration, they're not going to ask you for it. They didn't, they're not going to ask you for it. They're just going to.
Thailand don't ask. Philippines does.
Yeah.
The
only problem I had in immigration was with that I health pass. They ask you 10 times by the time you get off the plane. Then they herd you into this one room, and they go one by one and manually check it.
Yeah.
In Thailand, they scanned that sucker. You was gone.
That's it.
It took me
now, how long did it take you to get through immigration at Thailand?
About 3 minutes. About 3 minutes.
There you go.
All together.
Yeah.
I mean, they were not even. I mean, I promise you, all the guy asked me for was my passport and my boarding pass. That was it. Then he stamped me, and that was it.
Yeah.
I was shocked. But yeah, I wasn't putting Thailand down, man. I fell in love with Thailand. They don't realize, man, going over there has really messed up my thinking a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got me thinking, man. Because I could easily live in Pattaya. I could easily live there. I mean, I could live there today and settle in there because Chocolate Man said he got a 73 square meter house or apartment. He's paying about $300 a month. Right on the damn beach, basically.
Yeah, you ain't going to get that here, those prices.
Yeah.
You really ain't.
So shit.
I was asking, what are the rules for staying over in Thailand? I know here you can stay for 3 years, but what are the rules for there? How long can you stay for on a visa?
Okay. So in Thailand, you're initially going to get 30 days when you land. You can extend that for 30 days while you're there by going to any immigration office, and you pay the fee, which is like $40. Looking at the exchange rates. If you want to stay longer, as I was saying to Calvin earlier, just get a student visa to learn Thai. And, you only got to go to class 8 hours a week, but it's going to help you with the ladies because you're going to learn the language.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can do that 8 hours in one day, or you can do it at 2 hours a day, whichever you choose. But the school are accredited, and they're going to sign the paper that you give them, and you're going to take that to the immigration office. They're going to put a year stamp right in your passport, so you don't have to go on a visa run for that whole year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Robert Dane says it's amazing. It amazes me in the comments for your videos of selective hearing. People hear what they want to hear. I guess they're just not used to hearing the truth. Thank you, brother, for bringing the real deal. That's what I've noticed, and I've gotten better at ignoring a lot of it because I'm saying to myself, I said it right at the beginning. I was only in Thailand for 4 days. I didn't go a lot of places, okay? I didn't see a whole lot, but I'm telling you what I saw, and that's all I can do as a vlogger is to talk about my experience. And once, I was like a deer in headlights when I stepped out. The minute I stepped off the plane in this airport and everything going on, I'm thinking, man, I'm in Thailand. But then I settled down when I got back. And I was like, I saw a lot of shit over there that was funny, that I can talk about, and that was one of them. It was just when I sit back and thought about it, I was like, wow, there's a lot of just ugly bar girls over there that they want me to spend my hard-earned money on. And I'm coming from the Philippines. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. Chad Pendergast says, any word on when or if the Philippines are doing away with one health pass? I'm not sure, but the Philippines is basically, they're as open as Thailand, really. Now, when you go into the Philippines, if you're fully vaccinated with a booster, you don't need that COVID test. Okay, you don't have to have travel insurance. All you have to have is that round trip or onward ticket and your health pass. That's it. And you're in there. No quarantine, no nothing.
Yeah. Now, Cebu's got a different setup, Calvin. You heard about that?
No.
Okay, well, what the mayor of Cebu, or governor, I think she is, of Cebu is, one, face mask is optional. I'm sure you loved it in Thailand. You had the same thing. You didn't have to wear your face mask everywhere outside, only inside. The other thing is, if you're not vaccinated, you can go to Cebu right now. Yeah. And you don't have to quarantine.
Yeah, she's real liberal. She's for
Yeah.
the people. She understands.
I
She's
like her.
Yeah, she's against a lot of the government's pushing back on a lot of the things that she's trying to do. You're right. But now, according to some people in Thailand, you don't need that mask outside at all. But I
No,
think
you don't. And coming from the 1st of July, they're changing it again.
Yeah. What are they saying?
No masks at all, even inside, optional.
Wow.
From the 1st of July, it's changing in Thailand.
Yeah. Dana says, Calvin will get you a place near the palace. No, thank you, Dana. I don't want to be landlocked. I don't want to be landlocked. That's the only reason I wouldn't live in Bangkok. Bangkok would be the Manila for me. I would go there for a weekend or something. Then I get the hell out of there. I have to be somewhere near the water. You know. So look for me a place somewhere near the water.
Phuket.
Xavier Baker said, "What's good, huh? What months are the typhoon rain season in Philippines? And does it affect the safety of the flights and are there cancellations? I'm coming back to Cebu October 20 for 4 weeks." Well, you have to understand the rainy season somewhere from June to like December or something, right? But it depends on where you live as far as the typhoon season. Typhoons don't affect every place in the Philippines. Okay. And of course, if there's a typhoon and you're flying into Manila, or there's a typhoon and you're flying to Cebu, yeah, they're going to cancel the flight. But it happens very little. The typhoon that I was involved in back in December was the first typhoon that had hit Cebu in 25 years or something like that. Okay. So, yeah, but it's like June to December, but remember somewhere around, I'd say November to February, you get a little break from the heat over here.
Yeah.
I'm acclimated to it now because I don't be out in it a lot. Do you, Darren?
No, I don't. I'm the same like you. I go early mornings or late afternoons outside.
Yeah. If I'm out there, I go straight to where I'm going. I go A to B. I don't zigzag around. I go to the store and I come back. What about you, Tariq? I know that heat hits you.
Oh yeah. I got black hair, but yeah, actually I don't mind it. I go walking in the park in the afternoons. I live by Astro Park, so I'm right in there. It'd be beaming down on me. It doesn't bother me though, honestly. I keep like a rag with me and just drink a lot of water and I'm fine.
So Tariq said he got black hair, so he was white like me last month?
Nah. I definitely got a little darker though. Like I have actually have a tan line. I never had a tan line back in America. I actually got a.
Oh, you got one now.
You can see where I got darker at.
Yeah.
Chocolate Man said no typhoons in Thailand. I'm just saying, yeah, but they got tsunamis over there.
So, wow.
And they got monsoons though.
Yeah,
the rain comes down like there's no tomorrow, and everywhere gets flooded.
I'll take
That's
my
the difference.
With that. I'll take my chances with a typhoon because a lot of people died in that
tsunami.
Yeah. Thailand. Was that in Phuket?
That was in Phuket. Phuket got hit the hardest.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I've been pronouncing. AC King said, "Can you get Western size clothes in Thailand? Can you?"
Yes.
Okay, good.
I know there's sizes.
Yes, you can. Go to the night markets. Stay away from the malls. You're going to get them a lot cheaper. And whatever the price is, knock it down by 60% when you come back with an offer. Go to Thailand, go to the market. They like to haggle. Don't just pay the price that they're going to tell you.
Yeah, see, in the Philippines, Maryland, we were at a night market. I bought her 2 nice T-shirts. But over here, I would have to buy her a medium. She wears a size medium. In Thailand, it's a small, and the small is big on her. So yeah, it's a different. But yeah, the Beach of Life said Mother Nature representing everywhere. That's right. That's a great point. um, about that. But yeah, they got monsoons over here. That's just rains, right?
Heavy rains, heavy rains, heavy rains.
Okay.
Like you can't see an inch in front of your face is coming down that heavy.
Wow. Will Rose says, I believe Bangkok is the lowest elevated city on earth. Major flood predictions for Bangkok. Were there any flooding there when you were there, Darren?
Yeah. Yeah, they had to send out the U.S. military at one point when I was there. Bangkok was under like 5 feet of water.
Yeah.
And the U.S. military went there to help, get people out. I think that was back in, I want to say 2008 when that happened. I might be a year out either side, but it was around about then.
What years were you there, Darren?
I was there from 2002 to 2012.
Okay, and then what, did you go back to the States?
No, I've been a defense contractor for the U.S. Army for the past 24 years.
So you
I was in Kuwait, I was in Iraq, I was in Afghanistan.
Oh, okay. So that's where you met your girlfriend in Kuwait.
Yeah. And then we got married out in Kuwait and came here.
Oh, y'all married?
Yeah, we're married.
You got married. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought you were your girlfriend. I'm sorry. What's her name?
Darlene? Darlene, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry,
she's over
Darlene.
at Mac's house right now, helping him get his internet set up. So they watching you over there. You can give her a shout out if you want, her or Mac.
Hey, Darlene, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I was calling you his girlfriend. You're Mrs. Cooper now.
Yeah.
So she's got some pull over there then, Darren.
Say again?
She's got some pull then. She's not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He said, Calvin, where should the first time in the Philippines go? I would go to Boracay. You have to go to Boracay. You can't come here and not go to Boracay. Palawan, Panglao, Bohol, and then there's so many other places. But I would, if you're in Cebu Island, I would go to Bantayan Island. It's beautiful there. They built that up. Typhoon Yolanda destroyed that place, but it's back. It says with the this is why I want to answer this. He said with the ultimate tropical paradise that is the Philippines comes up unfortunate price typhoons, but typhoons only affect a small area of the Philippines. It doesn't, mostly in that central Luzon and that eastern Visayas region. Other than that, you get the remnants of it. You get the rain and stuff like that, but
yeah, we only get the tail of it here. Just a bit of a breeze and some rain. That's it. Yeah.
Now you will get a lot of earthquakes in here, but that depends on where you live. If you're down in Mindanao near Davao, Del Sur, you'll get some earthquakes.
But they're only minor ones. They're like, 4s and 5s, nothing major.
Yeah. Patrick Hill.
Yeah.
How many skunks did you really see in Thailand? Well, it's a lot, but I'm not picking on Thailand. If you go around any flesh market, you're going to see, the chicken heads. They're going to be there because they know that men are going to drink and they're going to smell a lot better when you drunk. They're going to look a lot better when you drunk. And they know somebody's going to turn a trick. But yeah, I seen more than what I bargained for. I mean, really, the first place we went to, I think it was called Twister. It was about 20 women up there moving and grinding on stage. It just looked crazy to me. I was like, well, damn, where's these, the knockouts? Because they wasn't knocking me out. But I was stone cold sober. But when we went into the next one, I think it was called Lollipops. There was 2 or 3, maybe 4 that really looked good in there. But I wasn't going to spend that kind of money they asking because I got a woman like that already over here. what I want to go over there and spend all that money for, but I just got a regular woman over here, see? And I guess if I'd have went to Thailand first, it'd been a different story. But I didn't. Hey, Ed Roach, thanks for the super chat. He said, greetings, almost cousin, and everyone on the chat. I just want to say, cuz, this is another good show. I want to thank Darren, especially because he brings some clarity to this Thailand, Philippine thing. My thing is you don't even have to compare them. I mean, what good does it do? I mean, it's not like we're playing, it's not a basketball game, Tariq, where, you know, Thailand gets the higher score than the Philippines, but I get it. If you say, oh, I got 2 weeks, which one am I going to spend the 2 weeks is if I can't spend 1 week in the Philippines, 1 week in Thailand? Then, yeah, you compare it. Or you say I'm going to be an expat over there. Let me compare them. But just regular Joes like us, just for the sake of arguing, it's not worth it, guys. Just come on over here and see for yourself. Because most of the guys that push back on my videos, they'll never see the shadow in Thailand, Darren.
Yeah.
Or the Philippines. They're just somewhere wanting to poke at you. He says, Chocolate Man said, I'm just poking the bear. So many options in Southeast Asia. Just do what works for you and get out of the cage. That's where I am. I would say do the same thing. But you're in a good spot, man. And I could not throw shade on Thailand. Thailand is way up there, okay?
Yeah.
But at my age, and because I'm squared up, man, I stay squared up. I wouldn't really, it's not a good fit for me. Because I'm not going out to the bars, you know, and all of that, and enjoying
We
the
ain't young
nightlife.
bucks like Tariq anymore, man. We in our 50s. You know, we can't hang with that no more.
Now, if he goes over there, he may stay.
Yeah.
Because it's probably, you know, more to his liking. You know, these guys, these young guys, they used to all that fast internet and all that stuff, getting around.
Well, I don't know. He said he's been here a month and he's already tired, so I don't know.
Yeah,
he might be feeling it too.
I've had a few crazy nights already, so I'm gonna say a few crazy nights, a few drunken nights. So it's I'm not as young as I thought I was either anymore. Let's put it that way.
It's an eye opener, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. Oh,
that's not over that.
Yeah.
I know for a fact I would spend more money over there. Even though my money goes further, I would spend more money because there's more temptation. There's more, especially when it comes to the food. You know, I save a lot of money over here because we eat at home most of the time.
Yeah, we do too.
But over there, I'd be eating at those places. So many coffee shops. I had the best pancakes I've ever tasted in this little place right on Beach Road. I don't know what the name. It was in a hotel, but the restaurant was right on the strip.
Yeah. Was that the place I sent you? This like IHOP?
No. This place was a restaurant. I mean, it was a hotel with a restaurant on the bottom floor. But the bottom floor was on Beach Road. I was just walking past after my live stream. And I see on there they sold pancakes, and I was craving for pancakes. So, man, they give me these little pancakes. I was like, this is nothing. Man, pancakes were delicious. I tried to place another order. She's like, no, breakfast is over, man. I was so I was fired up, man.
You done ate them out of house and home, huh?
When everybody, I looked around, all the foreigners had pancakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I would spend more money over there if I was there, no doubt about it. And then eventually, that club scene, that bar scene would lure me over there, especially if you get lonely. See, over here, if you get lonely, you just go online. If over there, if you get lonely, you go to the bar, because I made a video a long time ago. All these dating sites are online bars. Yeah. They're doing the same thing as those women are doing over there. They're sitting around waiting for somebody to turn a trick, to hit that notification button. hit that
Yeah,
right.
now you just hit the hammer on the nail with that point. Is
It
in the
is.
Philippines, you're going to save money. In
Yeah,
Thailand, you're going to blow it.
you're gonna blow it. It's too much to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
over there,
yeah.
especially shopping. I spent a lot of money in Thailand at one little day when we went to that Central World or something. Is that the name of it?
The Central Mall, yeah,
Yeah, over there.
yeah.
Yeah, he said both of them looking for money. It's the same thing, really, guys. They're doing the same thing, but it's just, for your man, it's a little bit different. Puts you at ease. You say, well, I'm not really tricking, but you really are when you look at it. Okay, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But you just gotta physically get up, go on Soy 6 or wherever you going, and choose which one you want. Here they just give you a damn catalog. Basically, you flip
Yeah.
through the different screen.
Yeah.
CDR Navy, Commander Navy, I guess. I was in Phuket, and now I'm in, how you pronounce it? Chiang Mai?
Chiang Mai.
Next
It's up
week
in the
I'm headed.
mountains, landlocked.
Yeah, he says, I love both Thailand and Philippines. Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't love both of them.
Yeah, Chiang Mai is the second biggest city in Thailand.
Okay. And then where you were. How many was it?
Udon Thani's the third biggest, yeah.
Greg F says, so an unvaccinated American just needs a negative test to enter Cebu. No. They're not going to let you on that plane because the national government says you need, I don't think you can get over here now as an unvaccinated foreigner.
You can if you go to Cebu. That's the only place.
No, you can't get in the country though. They're not going to
You
let
can
you.
if you fly to Cebu. You can if you fly to Cebu.
Listen,
Governor
Darren,
Gwen was on the news in the Philippines last week talking about it.
No, but don't put that out there.
Yeah.
They're not going to let you get on that plane. She's only the governor. The national government, the protocol is you have to be vaccinated to get in the Philippines.
Yeah,
don't try to come over here without being vaccinated, guys. You're not going to get on that plane. They're going to ask you. Imagine I just came from Thailand. They asked me for my vaccination card and my booster.
Yeah.
Okay. She's saying that there's no quarantine. If you're already in the country and you want to go to Cebu, you don't need to be vaccinated. There's no quarantine. But if you coming from outside the country, you certainly got to be vaccinated to get in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a fact. Steven says, Calvin has a guest house doing many visitors. You never talk much about it. I'm glad you reminded me. I got it on her, Steven. I'm waiting for a gentleman today. He'll be here. I think once I got back, now people start flowing in. His name is Matt. He'll officially be the second person. We got it all ready for him now. But I'm going to tell you guys, if you come in here now, right now you're not going to have hot water, okay? But it's okay, guys. The water is like, it's never cold. It's like cool or lukewarm.
Yeah.
But that's all it don't have. I've got internet over there now. I haven't got the TV yet, but anything else, man, you set. You want to come? Remember, I've got a 2-night limit. So what is the one thing that surprised you, Tariq, so far?
It's let me see. It's gonna sound kind of cheesy and dumb, but one of the things that really got me was the how they cross the street here. That was one thing. Those are quite a few things, but how they cross the street. You know, in America, we kind of have set regulations for how we drive across the street. Here, people just step out onto the street and just give a prayer, and that's it. Like they'll walk right out into the middle of traffic. and just keep going. So that kind of shocked me right there. I guess I won't say shocked me. That was the main thing. I guess just the way that the people out here think, like their way of thinking, some of the people, like the way of thinking is so much different than ours. So much different than ours.
Yeah. Well, Moochie T, he says, Calvin, the U.S. does not ask you for a vaccine card when you fly out to another country these days. So why would they ask for a vaccine card going to the Philippines? Are those the rules? Every country has their own different rules, Moochie T.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, every country has their own different rules. The Philippines says, when you come over here, you got to be fully vaccinated. Now, what's going to happen is, here's what happens. You buy your ticket. When you go to check in, that's when you're going to see the rules for the particular country you're going to. Until you get into check-in and try to, weigh your luggage and get your boarding pass, this is when they're going to ask you for all that stuff. You got to have it. Okay? So, yeah, the United States may not ask you, but you're leaving the United States. It's wherever you're going to that's going to ask you. Now, coming back, you're right. The United States doesn't, but that's the United States. This is the Philippines. Totally different. So, guys, don't do it. Don't come over here. Don't waste your money buying a ticket to come to the Philippines unless you're fully vaccinated. Okay?
Now, Calvin, let me just ask a question on that. You can still come here if you're fully vaccinated, but you have to quarantine for 5 days. Is that still in effect, or
no? You don't have to. Okay, if you're fully vaccinated without a booster, you have to have that pre-departure negative RT-PCR result 48 hours, before your flight. Within 48 hours, okay?
Right.
If you're fully vaccinated with at least one booster, you come right in. You don't need that.
So non-vaccinated can't even come and do a 5-day quarantine?
No,
like I did when I came in?
Not unless you're a Filipino, returning Filipino,
Okay.
Valid buy-in. But if you're a foreigner, you can't do it.
All right, thanks for clarifying that. Yeah, that's where I was confused.
Yeah, you can't do that. And eventually, guys, I think places like Thailand, different ones, I think you can get in Thailand without being vaccinated. But you have to be on quarantine, right, Darren?
I think so, yeah. I think they've still got that in place. So they got both options open.
If you're still on here, help us out with this one.
Yeah, I think they still got it in place. I'm not sure. He probably know.
Can I get in Thailand without being vaccinated? I may have to have a quarantine, though, because that was the whole thing, right? With Thailand, when they opened up, you had to do a 2-week. At one time, you had to do 2 weeks in Phuket. It was only like a bubble.
1 week. 1 week.
They opened up.
I went when they opened the Phuket bubble in October, and we had to do a PCR test before we left, show that we were fully vaccinated, PCR test when we arrived, and we were quarantined in the hotel for 24 hours. You get your negative result, and you can go anywhere on the island, but you had to stay on the island for a week. After a week, you can then go anywhere else in Thailand. That's the way it was when we went in October last year.
So you still needed the fully vaccinated, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it may be a while, guys, before they drop that.
Yeah.
And, it's your choice, man. But I'm not going to be held captive. I'm not going to be held prisoner. And you see, right now, I took my vaccination and booster. I didn't turn into a bot. I didn't turn into. They said you're going to turn into Bill Gates and all that old foolishness. Patrick Hill said, Calvin, how many Philippine islands have you visited and which islands are still safe for foreigners? I would say they're all safe except for those islands off the coast of South Sulu Island, the South Sulu Sea. Baziland, Tawi, Holo Salu. But I've been to, let's see, I've been to Mindanao, Luzon, Central Visayas. I've been Western Visayas. I've been to Camiguin Island, Bantayan Island. But Malbois is not an island. Let's see. Where else did I go? Well, Cebu Island. Cebu is just one big island. Siquijor Island. I've been to quite a few, but there's so many you can. There's over 2,000 that's inhabited, I think. Or is it 5,000 that's uninhabited? Wherever one, you're not going to see them all. I promise you that. Billy says, if you were single at 50, which country would you prefer? Thai or Phil? Yeah, like I said, it depends on who you are. If you slow like me, if you're a hip guy, sophisticated like Eric Terry, he's a doctor. He's a professor. He's been around the world and he likes Thailand better because it's more attuned to his lifestyle. But me, I'm squared up. I'm slow. The Philippines is for me, man. I don't need the nightlife anymore. Just give me a good woman and a good tune-up anytime I want it. The cost of living is cheap enough here for me. And, of course, I can stay here for 3 years and not have to worry about running out every so many months, coming up with some type of scheme to stay into the country. But it just depends, guys. They're both, you can't go wrong, but go to both of them. That's the only way you're going to really decide, right, Darren?
Yes, you got to go to both.
Both.
Got to go both. Yeah.
I can't tell you that if you go there, because I'm gonna tell you, Thailand's going to knock your socks off.
Okay, yeah, if you got 1 month vacation, I'd do 2 weeks in each.
That's right. Yeah, I wouldn't do the week though, because it's not enough time. I would either do 2 weeks in the Philippines or 2 weeks in Thailand. I wouldn't do that week, guys. But if that's what you want to do, you're gonna be sorry. Because I was sorry. I wish I'd have did the whole 30 days and then came on back to the Philippines. That's how good it was there.
Yeah.
It says, as of July 1st in Thailand, unvaccinated, not fully vaccinated travelers who have proof of a negative result from an RT-PCR test or professional ATK within 72 hours of travel will be allowed entry. So there you go, guys.
That's good.
He knows this type of information he gives out. And it's great information.
So that's as of Saturday. As of Saturday. Yeah.
As of Friday.
Oh, Friday's the first. Friday's the first. Yeah.
Because here is Charter Day. It's the fiesta, guys. I'm gonna go around with my video. Man, it's off the chain here in this little San Carlo. It's off the chain. Watch. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see that. Yeah.
It's like the party. It's when all the beautiful people come out from all over these little barangays and stuff. Somebody's already parking a car in my driveway right now. He's a VIP. He asked Maryland, could he park the car? Hell yeah. What are we supposed to say? No. Then we get the visit. We get the visit from the tandem. But no, he's really a great guy. He's a counselor, I think, here. But he took over he made my party that I had for my subscribers. This guy's a singer, man. He got on the karaoke. It was like a free concert. He was jamming, man. He wasn't singing no slow song. Yeah, and he said there's no Thailand pass starting July 1st. So there you go, guys. Thailand's wide open.
Yeah, now the Philippines tend to follow Thailand. So I think if Thailand's doing it, the Philippines will do it soon.
Yeah, you're right. And you made a point that I was going to make right here. They tend to follow Thailand. That's what they're doing. There's no travel insurance anymore.
Yeah.
There's no COVID test anymore. If you got, they threw in the booster, but it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's another thing. He said, what's the guarantee that the woman got the vaccine? I made
None.
that point a long time ago, but I made it about the Philippines. I said, you want to make sure that the woman you're dealing with has been vaccinated, because even though you had the vaccination, you can still get sick, right?
Yeah.
I was like, you wouldn't want to go over here and.
Now
But
I've had it twice.
Yeah,
I've had Delta and Omicron, and I was fully vaccinated. So
yeah, but it was,
yeah.
but it wasn't as hard on you because you're sitting there now.
Nah, it just felt like a minor flu.
Yeah, see, that's the whole point. They
Runny
didn't have
nose, a cough, and that was it.
Now imagine if you didn't have that.
Oh shit, I'm diabetic. I would have probably been in hospital.
Yeah, and that's the whole point of the vaccine. I've been taking vaccines my whole life. Hell, when I was going to school back in the 60s, you didn't have a choice. They put your ass in that line with that damn gun. I still got the proof of it right here. Look.
That's measles, mumps, rubella, typhoid, tetanus. We got everything. Yeah.
You were crying, snot coming out your nose. They didn't care. They pushed you through that damn line and you got it. Then I joined the Navy. Same thing. You're going to take this vaccine.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you take the flu vaccine every damn year. So what the hell? I'm not going to argue about it, but if you want to, it's yours. They're not going to hold me captive. I don't know how much time I got left. I know how much money I got in the bank. I don't know how much time I got left. So if I want to go somewhere, I'm not going to let a vaccine hold me back.
No.
Okay. Yeah. This guy makes a perfect situation. He makes a great point. He said, we will follow the king of tourism, which Thailand is over here. The PH will always wait and see. Yeah, he said, it doesn't matter to me whether she's vaccinated or not. Yeah. Stephen says, hey, Calvin, once that guy gets word your front yard is going to be full of cars, bike tricycles, karaoke. Hey, I tell you what, it's going to be crowded here, man, for the whole weekend. They're going to have probably concert. They already have celebrities here already. One celebrity was here doing a mass Zumba. It's going to be off the chain, guys. MS said just got on, and all my relatives in the Philippines got vaccinated. Yeah. Well, they got to the point here where they were getting pretty tough on people, right?
Yeah, but they stopped it all now. I mean, when was the last time you went in an SM mall? They used to ask you for your vaccine card just to get in. Now they don't.
Oh no, they don't do it anymore. But they had gotten so tough on people. They were basically scaring people because this is America. This is the Philippines. There's order here. They say, hey, look, go down and get your vaccination or stay in the house.
Yeah.
So
but they've got over 70% vaccinated in the country now. Yeah. And then the other 30%, they probably already had COVID too. So everybody's got a certain amount of immunity built up here.
Yeah. I believe I had it, I just wasn't that, because if you, during this pandemic, if you ever came down with those flu-like symptoms, I think that was, I only got checked one time and it was negative, but I think I had it.
Yeah.
You being a truck driver, Tyreek, you were going from state to state.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever come down with any symptoms, anything?
No, honestly, no. I was fine. I never caught it. Nothing. I was healthy. I've never had COVID. My family has. My mother had it. My sister, her family. But me, I don't know, by the grace of God, I was fine. I never caught anything.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. Don't you have a YouTube channel now?
I do. I let it slack a little bit. I haven't posted in about 3 weeks, but I'm gonna get back on it soon. I just kind of got busy. I might make a video today, just letting know how it's been out here. But I do have a channel. I do have a channel.
What's it called?
It's called the Philippines Dream.
Philippines Dream. Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Now, what type of content? What are you talking about?
I guess what I'm trying to do is basically what you were talking about, leaving the matrix. I'm trying to show younger guys, like, a lot of my audience is younger guys, who are, I guess, in the same situation I'm in, but a lot of them, you'd be surprised, either don't know how to leave the country, or they either don't know how to leave, or they need that little extra push, And I'm just showing that you don't have to be an older guy, you don't have to be retired in your 70s or 80s to leave the country. The way that the things are being set up now, there's enough work online. There's enough avenues to explore where you can basically go anywhere in the world at this point, not just the Philippines. You can go to South America, Africa, Europe, and get out of that rat race that's the U.S. Because the U.S. is just, to me anyway, it's a real stressful country. I wasn't happy there at all. I was making good money, but I wasn't happy.
Yeah, and a lot of guys, they're putting their toe in the water. They're going to the DR. They're going to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to Jamaica. These, countries that's not far from America, but you don't have to be retired to come to the Philippines or Thailand. No. But it's going to take a little bit more courage to fly 18 hours than it is to fly 2 or 3 hours. And I think that's what your channel is going to help a lot of guys. But P City says, which country does Darren like better?
Both, but I choose to hang my hat in the Philippines.
Yeah. Now here's Tariq's The Philippines Dream. Now see, the reason why I didn't try to name my channel anything like that, it's too many like that.
Yeah.
One of them, what? Billy in the Philippines, and another one is it's just too many Philippine dreams.
Yeah.
There is already another. There's one Philippine Dreams.
Oh, they are? Oh, wow. I might have to change the name then.
Yeah. See, you got the S on Philippines. He got the S on Dreams. He's been around for a long time. He's got a wife now and a little baby. What's his name? I forgot his name. I was following him a long time ago. Dana Milton says, push the like button. But what is it, one thing about Thailand that you really, really liked, Darren?
Like you said, the infrastructure. I mean, it's got everything. It's got the American restaurants. It's got the Thai food. It's got the Italian food. It's got the British food. It's got everything there that you could want. It's also very modern. And the price is about the same as the Philippines, but the Philippines ain't as modern. Like I said, the Philippines is about 20 years behind. But I believe they're going to get there. And I believe, honestly, in my heart, they're going to get there at a lot quicker than 20 years.
Yeah. I'm just saying, this is like getting in on the ground floor of a good stock early on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like getting on, everybody, a lot of people are given the opportunity to buy stocks in Microsoft, Google, Coca-Cola. They didn't do it. But now you can't buy it. You can't afford it.
No.
And I think it's basically what the Philippines is. And I dive right in. I live around the locals. I've always lived around the locals. I didn't know how that was going to affect me, but it's benefited me.
Yeah. Now, I got a question for Tariq, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said you've been here a month, brother?
Yeah, a month. I think a month exact, 30 days exactly today.
So when you were back in the Matrix, and your stress levels were real high back there, I know they were because they were for me and Calvin. How do you feel your stress levels are now after a month in the Philippines?
Oh, honestly, way down. And one of the things I noticed is that I don't always feel rushed. It's not this pressure to get this done, get that done, drive this truck here, pay this expensive bill. It's everyone sort of goes there like a chill, relax. It feels like every day's a weekend here. Every day's a Saturday. night here.
Now, do you feel that everybody's welcoming you with open arms? Don't matter what race you are, everybody's treating you as an equal here.
I mean, for the most part, yeah. I haven't experienced any type of, especially from the Filipinos. I can honestly say they have been some of the most welcoming, inviting. And
Yeah.
of course, you get some stares, some people that give you like, "Why are you here?" But by and large, people are overly friendly. Like I've seen people that they would look at me funny when I first passed by, but within the third or fourth time I'm going by, they're approaching me, asking me questions, offering me a drink, offering me to eat. So no, I think that when they first see me, it's more like curiosity than anything. And then when we talk more,
because my point is, I want all the expats that watch this show, don't matter if you're white or black or Asian, that there is no racism in the Philippines, and even amongst the expats here, we all treat each other with love and respect, and that's what I like.
Exactly.
So wherever you're from, come to the Philippines, you're gonna feel at home.
Exactly. No, I can definitely agree with that right there. These people will make you feel welcome, invited. These are some of the friendliest people. It's completely different than America. And I think that's the major shock, that people here are genuinely caring, friendly people.
Yeah. Now, what's your plan? You plan on staying here or going back to the States?
I'm staying here. Whatever, by any means necessary, I'm staying here. If worst comes to worst, let's say money does go funny, I do have my truck driver's license, my CDL. I'll go back there, save up a little bit longer, and come right back. But there's no way I'm ever making the United States my home for good. If I have to go back, I mean, let's just say to visit family or whatever, I'm always looking to come back here. I love it here so far. So far, so good. I will say that much.
Well, amen, brother. You're always welcome to come down here and visit us. We live in Cavite.
Manila.
So we're only an hour south of Manila.
Okay, perfect. You're close.
Yeah, it's close, and it's beautiful here too. It is beautiful. They got some beautiful beaches here in Batangas. There's a place down the road about 30 minutes away called Santa Rosa. It reminds me so much of the States. It's got everything. You got Denny's there, Bob's Big Boy. Calvin, would be in his element there, and what do you call that? Your cheater food or your comfort food? Comfort food. Yeah, you got all your comfort food there. You'd love it.
Yeah, Billy says, what's the best way you found to make expat mates in the field? I just go to like the malls. I make it a habit to speak to every expat I see. It doesn't
same as me.
Race. They're expats because they stick out. Okay, he said they're showing I forgot. The inauguration is today, the presidential inauguration. The vice president has already been sworn in, but I still wait for politics over here. But yeah, it's a big day for them. They're happy. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get rid of this Tommy Myers. This is a troll, guys. I mean, why would you even announce that you're a lady boy? Who cares? I mean, we don't care. I'm sorry.
Maybe you're trying to hit on the new boy.
But I mean, that's the whole point about over in America. It's like, why is it important that I know that you're gay? Why is that important? That's your business. It's not my business. I mean, why are you telling me that? I don't get that. What's the point of me knowing that? And I don't care. I've never cared. I've never cared.
Put Chocolate Man up and see what he wrote.
I
think he's the same as all three of us.
Okay, it's what he's asking you, Darren. He says, have you made it to Pic de Laurel yet?
No, I don't even know where that is. I've been to, the main places, Cebu, Manila. I've been to Angeles and down to Subic and Davao, but that's about it. I haven't been around the smaller islands, and I'd really like to. I'd like to really go to Palawan and, Coron. That's my dream right there.
Yeah, he says better infrastructure in Thailand. Yeah, but for a squared up guy like me, I might have good internet and I'm eating good, but I'll be lonely as hell. You know, I probably have blue balls over there. But, you know, but at least I got fast internet, Darren. You know.
Yeah, but for $100, your balls will be black again.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got a high, $100 is high.
Yeah,
you got the bar fine, man. You got to pay the bar fine.
But see, I can't work on the clock though. I'm not good on the clock.
Yeah.
That's my problem. You know.
But the clock is for all night. All night.
Yeah, but hell, like I said, by the time I get comfortable with it, it's time for her to go. I done wasted my $100.
There you go.
Yeah. I'd rather come over here and go to Thailand on vacation.
Yeah.
That's just me. Because at my point, I don't waste the heart on over here. I waste the heart on over in Thailand, man. And I ain't got time for that, man. I'm 59. I don't know what I got, about a good 10 more good screwing years left.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to waste. I want everything.
You want me to buy you some shares in Viagra just in case?
Well, see, I don't want Viagra because you don't really you be like this, but it's just what? Well, you just beating the woman to death. You're not getting anything out of it. I want to, you know, I'm good right now. And I don't have any time to waste. As nice as it is over there, you can't get off the plane and have somebody waiting for you over there. It's going to be harder to do than you can do over here. I mean, you get the real girlfriend experience over here like no other place in the world.
Exactly.
When the Filipina meets you, it's like she's known you for years, like you've had an established relationship. So when the nighttime comes or whenever time comes and it's, you know, it's time to get intimate, it's no big deal. But over there, you don't got to do all of that, man. I ain't got time for that. MS says racism is more like prejudice. Yeah, he's right. It's more like discrimination over here, but it's not racism. Nobody's getting shot in the back over here. No dark-skinned Filipinos are being shot in the back by the police.
No.
So they're not getting pulled over. You understand? And you may get looked over for a job because some of the job descriptions over here are cringy. They'll say it on their fair skin, pleasing personality, 18 to 30. See, all kind of discrimination over here. You couldn't get away with that in America. Age discrimination, color discrimination. But there's no racism, man. You know, the Philippines has that community. They got that sense of community like we used to have in America in like the 60s and the 70s. That's what it reminds me of. You can go next door right now. You can go next door. I could go next door and borrow 2 eggs from my neighbor if I needed it. Try that in America. I lived in a place, the last place I lived in America for 3 years, I didn't know either neighbor on either side of me.
No, you couldn't even tell me their name, could you?
I couldn't tell you their name.
No.
That's the difference over here.
Yeah.
Billy says, they say when you get off the plane in Cebu, you feel reborn. Yeah, it's called rejuvenated. That's what it's called. And that's what happens to you. And it's happened to so many men over here. Because you got all the ingredients for the fountain of youth over here. You got the 365 days of sunshine. The beautiful woman. Do not underestimate the influence a good woman has on your life. Just think about your mother. You're going to tweak your diet, man, and you're going to be more active over here. Because you got to walk a lot over here. I don't care if you got a car. You put all them together, that's the fountain of youth over here, buddy. And if you don't have the other two, you got the sunshine and you got the beautiful woman. Just them two is going to do wonders for you. Yeah, he said 100 in Thailand. Well, it all depends. That's for a good one right there, Darren.
Yeah.
That's for a nice looking woman, $100. You can
Yeah.
go to Salt 6 and get just a regular woman with ring around the booty for about 1,000 baht, which is what, about less than $30, and a 300, about a $10, less than $10 bar fine. So you're looking at about $35. But you better have a lot of Jack Daniels in you, a stick over there, you know. But yeah, guys, thank y'all so much for your super chats, your super stickers, your thumbs up. I want to thank my panel, Darren Cooper, expert on Thailand, lived over for 6 years, married to a Thai woman for 10. You got it straight from him today, guys. You know, if that's something you into with all that comparison, I'm going to live here and I'm on vacation in Thailand. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give both of you guys, Tariq, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to give y'all the last word before I get off here because I've got to go to the grocery store and pick up the groceries for like
Okay.
last night.
Okay.
Go ahead and take us out.
I mean, thank you for having me on here. Yeah, for the younger guys or older guys or whatever age you are, man, if you are considering coming here, I mean, I was a little bit more adventurous. Just make the trip. Just make the trip. I would say this, but honestly, just come out here. It's gonna change your life. And Kevin, Kevin, if you can go on my channel, I will explain to you what I'm doing and the ways that you can make money. And live over here and be comfortable. I'll break it down how I did it.
Yeah, that's great information. See, that's the type of that information right there. If you would just focus your channel on that, you'd shoot way past me, because that's the secret everybody wants to know. How can I come over here and how can I quit my job there and come over here and survive?
Okay.
If you show people how to really do that, you've got something, man. Because nobody else is really doing that.
You're right. Right.
I mean, legitimately, without some bullshit going on. But okay, Darren, give us something, man.
All right. Well, first off, I want to say thank you, Calvin, for having me on the show, and Tariq. I really enjoyed being on here. I've watched your videos for a long time, and you were my go-to guy if I ever had anything I needed to know. And you're putting out some really good stuff, and I appreciate it. And God bless you for everything you're doing. You're giving to charity. You're helping people on the street. You're my idol, man. And I hope one day we can hook up. And Tariq, I'd like to hook up to you too, man. You seem like a good brother. And, by all means, get my information from Calvin. He'll give it to you, and we'll all hook up one day. And I want to thank all the subscribers on here for watching today. And stay safe, stay COVID-free. And come to the Philippines. You're going to love it.
Yeah. Hey, Darren, where are you from in America? I forgot to ask you that.
Victorville, California, up in the mountains on the way to Las Vegas.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thanks for that, man. That's the type of community that I'm trying to build. I'm just not making videos, man. We're building a community because we need each other over here. Now,
heck yeah.
Now, Tariq's part of that. He's going to show us how we can work over here.
Yeah.
You have a whole lot more people leaving the Matrix once they figure that one out.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's a fact. But yeah, we're going to hook up, Darren, because I'm going to interview you. I'm going to get in deep. We're going to get the real nitty gritty that you scared to do on here. I'm going to ask you deep questions when I get back up there. But yeah,
it's kind of hard when I got my wife in the room with me.
Yeah. Put Charlene on. Let us see your wife. She's in there now.
Hey, babe. You want to come on camera and say hello?
Just for 1 second.
Yeah, here she is. She gonna say hello.
Wow. Hello. Now look what Darren got over here, y'all. He's uglier than me.
Hey, that's debatable. I'll flip for it.
Wow. Hey, I'm impressed, Darren. I'm impressed with that.
You met Darlene before. You seen her before. You said hello to her before.
Yeah, but not like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she had on the night clothes when I saw her. But how old is Darlene?
She's 32 and I'm 52, so there's 20 years between us.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
Now, would you guys say that's bad?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Here, because a 32-year-old woman, she's a lot older than a 32 in the West.
Yeah.
This guy's impressed with Darlene, so all right, guys.
She got lots of friends.
Yeah. I'm gonna interview her too. I'm gonna interview y'all together.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. He said, "Holy moly, good for Darren." Yeah, Darren did good, guys. That's why I have to put the Philippines up here. You know.
Yeah.
Because the infrastructure can't hold you tight at night, can they, Darren?
No, it cannot.
The infrastructure can't give you a good oil change when you need it. See,
the oil change, lube job, massage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, guys, take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see y'all next time.
Take care, man.
All right, thanks, brother.